Hey everyone, welcome to part 30 of this trophy guide for Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster. This is also part 14 of the Suikoden 2 guide, and we're about 47% of the way through the game. Thanks for coming along on the journey with me, and a special thank you to all of the channel members who help to support the channel. And now without further ado, let's dive right into it. We begin in Two River City, and we want to start by recruiting a new character. So let's go ahead and leave the inn. We're going to head over toward the left side, and then we're going to go down a little bit. And then on the left side is the rune shop. Let's go ahead and go in here, and we can talk to Jeane behind the counter. Hee hee, it's been a long time, Mike. This is my real profession. Will you, join us? Hee hee, join you as one of your companions? Why, I'd be delighted, hee hee. Jeane has joined you. Now then, I'll have to ask Yuri to take over the shop for me. Alright, let's go ahead and leave the shop, and then we're going to exit out of the town by heading out the eastern exit. From here, we're going to head down toward the south so that we can return to the Kobold Village, where we're able to recruit another character. Once you're inside, go north just a little bit and you'll find a girl walking around outside of the trading post. Let's go ahead and speak to her. I'm in trouble. Big trouble. What am I going to do? What's wrong? Oh, I ran all this way with Granddaddy's sheep, see? But then the sheep, they went into the woods, and now I'm in trouble. Want me to find them for you? What, really? Thank you, mister. The sheep ran that way. I'll wait right here. You gotta help me, mister. We're gonna proceed up toward the top of the screen, and there's going to be 3 sheep in this area that we need to collect. They're just walking around to go over and speak to them, and then you'll catch a sheep. Welcome back. Now there are just 2 left. Let's head back up toward the top of the screen, and we're going to find another sheep. Let's go ahead and catch this one. Wow, you're the best, mister. There's just 1 more. We'll head up again. Sometimes they're easy to spot, and sometimes this one will hide out a little bit behind the tree. So if that's the case, just wait for a minute, and it will pop its head out. We'll go ahead and collect this smaller sheep, too. Yay, you're the coolest. Thanks, mister. Thank you so much, mister. But I'm still in trouble. The sheep went into the woods because they were hungry. I don't know where Granddaddy is, and I need to take the sheep somewhere safe. Take them to my place. Really? I can take them to your place? Without Granddaddy, I didn't know what to do. Thank you, mister. Yuzu has joined you. Let's see, Mast Castle? Yeah, I think I know where that is. Let's go, sheep. You're gonna get plenty of food soon. After Yuzu leaves, we want to head up toward the top of the screen and exit out into the Unicorn Woods. Let's keep going forward to the intersection, and then we'll take the left path. You should still be able to see the chest on the right that's unopened, and in some versions of the game, this is actually very important because if that's opened, we're not going to be able to find a sheep in this next area. But luckily, because we did not have that chest open, we're able to obtain the lamb in this area. And then we can go ahead and leave. So if you want to, you can open up that treasure chest now. It just contains a collar that we don't really need. So we're just going to skip it, and then we're going to head out the bottom, and we're going to make our way all the way back down through the Kobold Village and exit out onto the world map. Now we're going to travel up and to the right so that we're heading northeast, and we want to return to Lakeview. On the way, you may get into some enemy encounters. Feel free to fight them or run away. It doesn't really matter. The experience that you get doesn't mean a whole lot at this point, but the money can come in handy. Once you're in Sidequest, we're going to head over toward the right side. We're going to go out on the dock, and then we're going to choose to board the boat. Now let's return to our headquarters by going down toward the southeast, and it's the first red dot that we come to on the minimap. From here, we're going to head upstairs. So we're going to run down the docks toward the bottom of the screen. We'll loop around and exit out the bottom of the screen. From here, we're going to go down one more time, and then over toward the left to go up the stairs. We'll loop around. And this will take us into the room with the Journeyman Orb. We're going to go over there and use it because we're going to do another cook-off against one of Hayo's challengers, and that will make progress toward another trophy. So once the game is saved, we're safe. Even if we get a really bad round, we can just reload it at this point. And then we're just going to head right a couple screens until we get to the spot where we can go down the stairs. We'll go down those stairs, exiting out the right side of the screen, and then we'll go down through the first exit that we come to. I am Goetsu, a student of the path of Epicurean enlightenment. I heard the esteemed Hayo was here, and thus I now stand before you. Esteemed? I don't think I'm esteemed. Do not be so modest. Please, allow me to face you in a contest of culinary skill. What should I do, Mike? Don't lose, Hayo. I am honored. Now, Hayo, let the contest begin. Hello, everybody, and welcome! Now, let's get started with today's cook-off. I will be your host today. My name is Fu Tan Chen. First, I'd like to introduce today's panel of judges. He'll be a great dad someday, but maybe he's too quick to say that everything is delicious. It's Freed. The wandering mapmaker, Templeton. We can expect a fair score from him. Cheerful fighting girl. She loves to eat well and sleep well. Her favorite dish is green salad. It's wakaba. Here's a man of simple pleasures. For breakfast, it's got to be miso soup and rice. Nothing else will do. It's Taiho. These 4 judges will be evaluating today's dishes. Okay, now let's introduce our challenger. Today's challenger is Chef Goetsu. And now, the person we've all been waiting for, our army chef, Hayo. The judgment will be based on 3 dishes. Now please take your places and get ready to cook. For the appetizer, we're going to go with our trusty Island Nation salad, so we'll choose salad first, and then we'll choose soy sauce. For our main course, we're going to do something a little bit different from last time. We're going to choose tempura, and we're going to season it with mayonnaise. This is going to create amazing tempura. And finally, for dessert, this one's a little bit weird, but we're going to choose tomato soup, and we're going to season it with salt, and that's going to create a raw tomato, which actually is a dessert in this game. So we've got the Island Nation salad, the amazing tempura, and raw tomato, and this should be a pretty good combination that will please many of the judges despite their preferences. It looks like they're ready. Okay, go ahead and cook. Come on, everybody, let them hear it. Once the cooking begins, we don't have to do anything, so we're just going to speed this up a little bit to go through a little bit faster, and the cooking will be done in a few seconds. It looks like they've finished cooking all 3 dishes. First, let's see what our judges thought of the challenger's appetizer. Spicy stir fry. Okay, show us your scores. Not very high scores, huh? Now let's see how they judge the champion's appetizer. Island Nation Salad. Okay, show us your scores. Great scores! Next, we'll see how the judges liked the challenger's main dish. Buttered clams. Okay, show us your scores. We've got some pretty good scores here. Now we'll see what they thought of the champion's main dish. Amazing tempura. Okay, show us your scores. We've got some pretty good scores here. Let's see now how the judges liked the challenger's dessert. Red hot tomatoes. Okay, show us your scores. We've got some pretty good scores here. And finally, let's see how they liked the champion's dessert. Raw tomato. Okay, show us your scores. Great scores! Yeah, it's pretty amazing how that raw tomato really comes in handy for us. The judging is complete. Let's see how those scores total up. As you can see, the winner of today's cook-off is our champion, Chef Hayo. Well, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye for now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Your reputation is well deserved, Hayo. I am defeated. That's not true. Your cooking was terrific. Not at all. The victory was yours all along. Please take this as promised. You received the buttered clams recipe. Well, goodbye. I hope that our paths cross again. That's 2 cook-offs complete. The next one will be available in about an hour after we spend some time outside of the castle. Let's go ahead and head all the way over toward the left until we get back to the room with the Journeyman Orb, where we can choose to save the game at that point. And then we're going to head down and into the room below us, the Assembly Hall, to get a cutscene. Excellent work, Commander Mike, and you must be Lady Teresa. Welcome to Mast Castle. I am, and thank you, but I would like to be alone right now. I need some time to think. My lady. Shin, you're safe! We were able to escape together while the city was in an uproar. Luckily, Green Hill has many secret paths. You're alive! Oh, thank goodness! Fitcher, I'm impressed. Getting Shin out of there was quite an accomplishment. Oh, it wasn't just Shin I helped. Sir Flick! Sir Flick, I thought that by coming here I might be a nuisance to you. But I couldn't help it. I simply have to be by your side. You're my destiny. That's why I followed you here. I'm not a nuisance to you, right? Oh, that reminds me. I made dinner for you. Hurry, hurry, your soup is getting cold. Please rest well today, Commander. At this point, you're just supposed to interact with your bed and go to sleep. However, you can get a special little bit of dialogue if you try to leave your room. Oh, Mike, can't you sleep? Come on, back to bed. What if you get sick? So we will go down and interact with our bed to go to sleep. So you actually managed to take Green Hill. That means you're not all talk. I like that. Thank you, my lord. Well, I'll keep my word as well. Tell me what you want. Yes, my lord. I wish for your sister, Princess Gilia, to be my wife. Gilia? Why, you cheeky little mouse. You've got brass, I'll give you that. Maybe I should remove your head from your shoulders with this blade? I know that my lord is not a man who gives his word lightly. Besides, I have an idea. An idea? Out with it then, but know that if I don't like it, I really will lop off your head this time. I'm afraid this isn't the place, my lord, if you catch my meaning. Yes, I understand. Come to my quarters later and tell me this idea of yours, and it had better be worth the wait. As you wish, my lord. Good morning, Mike. There's another meeting today, so Victor and Shu are already waiting for you in the Great Hall. Let's head up toward the top of the screen. We'll go through the door that doesn't have stairs, and then we'll loop around toward the bottom. Let's keep going down past the Journeyman Orb and go into the Assembly Hall again. Good day, Commander Mike. It seems everyone is here. I don't see Flick. Sorry, I got held up. Where were you? Flirting with little Nina? This ain't no joke. I'm not flirting with her. She took my bandana and washed it. It took me all morning to find it. Wahahaha, man, you guys are practically married. You'll pay for that, Victor. But more importantly, Shu, what's this meeting about? Are you ready, Commander? Well then, I'll begin. Of the 5 cities and 1 knightdom in the Jousting Alliance, South Window has been raised, while Muse and Greenhill are under enemy control. Somehow we've managed to protect Two River, but Tinto is still shutting itself inside its own domain. Thus, I believe we should forge ties with the only Alliance member left, the knightdom of Matilda. Their military is on par with that of Muse, so if we're able to join forces with them, we'll be able to attack the enemy on 2 fronts. Don't you agree, Commander? Yeah. Greenhill is still occupied by Highland, so we'll need to travel to Matilda in small groups so as to avoid detection. Commander Mike, please decide who you wish to accompany you. We're now going to select 5 other party members to go along with us for this next section of the game. I decided to go with Wakaba, Luke, Zamza, Nanami, and Clive. As for the formation, Zamza should be in the front row, so I'll switch him with the main character, leaving Zamza, Wakaba, and Luke in the front row, with the main character, Nanami, and Clive in the back row. The Knights of Matilda have been notified of our plans. Please head north of Greenhill and use the hidden path through the forest. There should be an escort awaiting you once you arrive in Matilda. Be very careful, Commander Mike. Your life is not just your own now. Before we head to Matilda, there's a couple things that we want to do to prepare ourselves. First off, let's go ahead and leave the assembly hall. We can use the Journeyman Orb on the left, and then we're going to use the elevator straight ahead of us so that we can go down to the first floor. From here, we're going to travel down, and then we're going to keep going down toward the bottom of the stairs so that we can get down to where the vault and Barbara are. Before we talk to her, we're going to go into our menu, and we're going to choose equipment, and then we're going to give some equipment upgrades to our party members. So Zamza is going to wear a silver hat. For his armor, we're going to give him the mole suit. And then I'm going to get rid of this medicine, and in its place, I'm going to give him the toe shoes. Now moving on to Wakaba, her headgear is good, and her martial arts robe is good, but we're going to switch out this veggie sandwich, and in its place, I'm going to give her a fur cape. Now moving on to Luke, his headgear is fine, his guard robe is fine, but he's got an empty slot here, I'll give him a guard ring. Now on to our main character, his circlet will be replaced by a headgear, and his chainmail is fine. Everything else is okay too. And finally, Nanami and Clive have good equipment as well, so no changes are necessary. If you don't have all of the exact same piece of equipment that I had available, that's okay, we'll be getting equipment upgrades pretty soon anyway. Once we've equipped the best equipment that we have in our inventory, we're going to talk to Barbara and we're going to choose to store the things that we don't need anymore. So let's go into here and we're going to go down toward the pointed hat and we're just going to start putting everything away. So the circlet, guard robe, mangouche, all these collars, all these orbs, but we're going to leave the lamb and the old books. But I have a sandwich and these turtle plans number 4 that I can put away as well. I'm also going to keep all of these healing items. After that, we're going to go down to the arrange option so that we can sort all of the items in our vault. And then we'll go to sell. Let's scroll down and we're going to sell this pointed hat. We'll sell the 2 circlets, the 2 guard robes, and the 4 collars that we have. And let's keep everything else in our inventory for right now. Once that's done, we'll go back a little bit and then we'll go to the retrieve option. Let's go over toward the right once and we'll take these cabbage seeds and put them into our bag, as well as the spinach seedling, and then old books volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll leave all the sound sets, turtle plans, recipes, all that will stay in our inventory, and we'll exit that menu. We're then going to head over toward the bottom of the screen to exit to go outside, and then we're going to head over toward the left. The first path that we come to going up will take us into our library, so let's head on inside and go all the way up toward the top of the screen, and behind the desk we can find Amelia. Let's talk to her. Welcome, Mike. Which book do you want to read? We'll automatically give her all of the old books, volumes 1 through 6, and they're all going to be available for us to read. So feel free to read them if you want to, but you don't have to. Now what we're going to do is leave the library, heading all the way down toward the bottom of the screen, and then we're going to head back outside. From here, we're going to travel over toward the right. We'll go back up into our main castle, keep going up toward the top. We'll go up toward the large tablet, and then over toward the right, and we'll exit out the right side. We'll keep heading toward the right a couple screams, always exiting out the right side, and eventually we're going to make our way outside to where the farm is. We'll head up and talk to Tony. Commander, did you bring some seedlings for the garden? We'll say, that's right. Leave it to me, I'll make sure they grow nice and big. And that's that. Let's head on over toward the right to talk to Yuzu. Oh, what a little cutie. I'll raise it up big and strong. I'm counting on it. Yeah, I'll take real good care of them. Don't you worry. And now the lamb has been deposited into the farm as well. So now our inventory is pretty light. We just have some healing items there and a stone of protection. Let's go ahead and leave the farm by heading back into the castle. And we're going to make our way over toward the left a few screens to get back into the room where the large tablet is. Now let's head up through the little passageway, the first one that we come to, and then we'll keep going up to get to the dock area. Stick over toward the left side, run all the way up, and then take the first dock toward the left so that we can choose to board the boat. Now we're going to keep traveling down toward the southeast so that we can go down to Couscous. There's something very important that we can do here before continuing on with the story. So once we're inside Couscous Town, let's head on over toward the left. We'll go a couple screens over to get to the main part of town where we have the blacksmith shop. We're going to choose to go into the blacksmith shop, and when we talk to the apprentice, we'll learn that he's actually improved his abilities, and now that his skills have grown, we're able to upgrade our weapons to level 11, which is a huge increase. Now, I don't have enough money to get all of the characters' weapons up to level 11 because it does get increasingly more expensive the higher the level is, but that's okay. I'm just going to focus on the main character, getting his weapon up to level 11, and then we can switch our focus over toward Nanami, getting her weapon from level 8 up to level 11 as well. If you can complete that and still have some money left over, I would recommend that you focus on Wakaba at that point. Her physical attacks are very strong, especially with the rune that she has available, so if we can continue to increase her weapon, then it's going to get to very powerful. In fact, once you hit level 10 with her, her leg guard upgrades to the power leg guard, giving you a big boost to your attack, and if you can get her all the way up to level 11, she's going to be very powerful. I'm not going to upgrade any more because I'm going to keep right around 30 to 40,000 Potch in reserve, and then we're going to head on out and we're going to go back toward the boat so that we can continue our journey, and we're going to go over to Lakeview as our next destination to continue the story. So now that we're here, let's talk to the man in blue. We're going to choose to get on the boat by saying please, and then we're going to make our way over toward the northwest to return to Lakeview. This is a journey that we've taken many times in the last couple episodes, so you should know the way very easily. Now that we're in Lake West, there's nothing we have to do here, so let's exit out the bottom left side of the screen and we'll be back out onto the world map. And now we're going to make our way over toward the left side of the screen, heading west so that we can return to Two River City. We have to make our way out of the city, so let's start by running over toward the left side of the screen, and then we're going to make our way up toward the top to go into the Wingers District. From here, proceed up and then exit out the top left corner of the screen so that we can go over into the Kobold District. From here, proceed up and then over toward the left to exit out onto the world map. We're going to keep going toward the north, and we're going to go past Green Hill to a new location that we haven't been to before. We're going to keep on going north past Green Hill, and we're going to make our way over toward the forest path to Matilda. And here you can see there's a trail leading into the forest. Let's go inside here. This is the forest Fitcher told us about. That means the Matilda Knightdom is just ahead. Hey, are the knights like that cool guy we met in Muse? Probably. Well, hurry up. Come on, let's go. Now let's go talk to those guards. Yes, I understand. You may pass. Well, that was incredibly easy. Let's go forward toward the top of the screen. And in the next area, if you go up and talk to the man on the right, you'll see that he actually isn't very talkative. This is Badeau. We can't recruit him just yet, but we'll do that later. We'll go a little bit north of him and then over toward the right side of the screen so that we can open up this treasure chest. It contains a guard ring. Now from here, we're going to head over toward the left, and then we'll go up into a new area. Let's keep following the path north until we get into a new area. Along the way, I did get into an enemy encounter. You will find some monsters here, but you can run away from these Holly Boys because they don't really give us anything worthwhile. In the next area, head over toward the left to get this treasure chest with some Mega Medicine, and then we're going to head up toward the northeast. We're going to follow the path east past these rocky ledges, and we'll get this treasure chest. Inside of it is a dragon armor, a good upgrade to our main character's armor. So let's go ahead and go to the equipment menu, scroll down to the main character, and replace his chainmail with this dragon armor. This increases our defense by 14 points, which is really necessary. From here, we'll travel back the way that we came, and then we're going to head on down toward the bottom right path, and then we're going to follow it around until we meet a new character. Oh, huh? What the? Where am I? Where'd my meal go? Hey, where am I? What? The city-states of Joustin? How strange. Can I even make it back? Hey, I'm a little lost. Do you think I could stay at your place for a little while? Sure, okay. Really? Wow, thanks. I really mean it. So, where's your house? Viki has joined you. Okay, that's pretty close. I should be alright. Here goes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. What's your name? Mike. Okay, I'm Viki. I specialize in blinking magic. Basically, I teleport things. Nice to meet you. Well, I'll blink on over to your place, or should we stick together? If you want to return to your headquarters for whatever reason, you can say, yeah, together sounds good, and you'll teleport back there, but you can have her teleport you right back, so it's no big deal. Otherwise, just say, go on ahead, she'll leave and go back to your castle, and then we can continue on with the journey. Got it. I'll go on ahead then, so see you when you get back. Alright, now before we go into the next screen, we're going to get 3 items that drop from the monsters around here, and I'll explain these monster fights a little bit. The Papa Holly, which are the large monsters behind the Holly Boys, they're pretty powerful. They have a lot of health, so it might take a little bit of work to kill them. Luckily, we've got Luke on our side who can do a lot of damage to them. We can also have Wakaba use her rune to do lots of damage, as well as our Unite attack between the main character Nanami. That family attack also does large damage, and Clive can attack anyone, so we're just going to have him shoot the enemies in the back row as well. It shouldn't take too long to take care of these guys, maybe just a turn or two, depending on what level of magic you use with Luke. But then after the enemies are defeated, we're going to get a little bit of experience and some money, but more importantly, we get an item out of them. It's not 100% necessary for any sort of trophy, but it's good to collect anyway, and that's going to be the seed potato. We can give this to Tony inside of our headquarters. Now let's keep running around this area a little bit more to find another group of enemies that might drop a more important item. These are zombie slugs. They usually show up in groups of 2 or 3. They're not terribly difficult. We'll once again have Wakaba use her rune to do lots of damage against one, and we'll have our main character Nanami team up to use their Unite attack. All in all, because of our weapon upgrades, we should be able to take these guys out no problem. After that, we're going to get our experience as well as some money, but more importantly, we get a recipe to drop from them, recipe number 29. Now that we have recipe number 29, let's go around and try to find one more group of enemies that can give us another very unique item. And that's going to be found with these guys, the Do-Re-Mi elves. This item can drop from any of these colors, and what's interesting is that these enemies can actually use a Unite attack against us. So be prepared, you do have the ability to heal your party thanks to both the main character's rune as well as Zamza's water rune, but mostly what we just want to have happen is to have Luke use his summoning abilities through the Pale Gate rune. Pale Palace should be strong enough to eliminate all of these guys very quickly. However, if you run out of some of those rune charges or MP with Luke, then I would recommend spreading out the damage as much as possible to try to eliminate as many enemies as possible to limit their ability to use those Unite attacks against your party. And once you have them all eliminated, then there is a chance that they're going to drop sound set number 2 for you, which you can use later on. I would also strongly recommend that you get at least 80 to 100,000 Potch to do some shopping in the next town, and once you're ready, head on over toward the right to continue with the story. Now keep going to the right past the guards and you'll get a scene. Commander Mike of the Matador Army. I am Miklatov, captain of the Blue Knights of the Matilda Knightdom. I'm here to greet you. Oh, I was right! It's the guy we met in Muse. Did we meet in Muse? At Joustin Hill. I humbly apologize for my behavior back then. I had no idea the youth I met at that time was in fact you, Commander. Please allow me to escort you to our castle. This is our home, Rockaxe Castle. Lord Gordeau is waiting inside. This way, please. Lord Gordeau awaits you in the reception area. Please proceed straight ahead. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Just keep running up toward the top of the screen until a cutscene starts.
So you're Mike, eh? You're nothing but a child. If the Highland Army was defeated by a kid like you, then they must not be as formidable as rumored.
We'll just say nothing.
And let's not forget that pathetic display the Muse army put on against Highland. We sent reinforcements, but those cowards couldn't even hold out until they arrived.
Again, say nothing.
But as you are opposing Highland with but a small band at your back, much as those fools from Muse did, I suppose you are deserving of some modicum of hospitality. Some, I stress. Camus, see Commander Mike and his party to our guest rooms. Let them rest a few days and then escort them to the border. Our business is done.
Yes, sir. This way, Commander. Commander, this will be your room. Now, if you will excuse me. Oh, and Commander, please try not to let that upset you. I hope you will enjoy your stay. What next? Should we try to talk to him again tomorrow? Anyway, let's get some sleep for now. I'm exhausted. Should we go to sleep now? The beds seem really comfy. We'll say, let's go to bed. Good idea. My feet are killing me. Mike. Wake up, Mike. Mike, you've grown so strong, but the threat of battle is still nipping at our heels. Much blood and many tears have been shed. However, you can't turn your back on the fight. You mustn't avert your eyes. In you rest the hopes and dreams of so many. You cannot let them amount to nothing. The rune upon your right hand will guide you to the final battle, and the results of that conflict, Mike, will create our future, our destiny. Good morning, Mike. Huh? What's wrong? Once we get out of bed, we're going to head up toward the top of the screen to leave the bedroom. And then we're going to keep going up toward the top of the screen. Now we'll head down and toward the left to get another scene. Forgive me, but I'm in a hurry. What's all the fuss about? Wanna go see? We'll proceed up and into the throne room.
What is all this commotion?
The Highland Army has appeared at the Matilda Muse border. So they finally come to give us a chance to prove our valor, eh?
Absurd. Do they intend to invade us? I can't imagine they would attack now.
No, it seems the Highland Army is pursuing refugees from Muse. The refugees must be trying to flee to Matilda. Lord Gordeau, let us mobilize to save the refugees immediately.
Very well. Prepare to take the field.
Yes, sir.
Good grief, what a mess.
Commander Mike, did you hear all that? We're mobilizing our forces, but what do you intend to do? Honestly, at this point, there's no sense in you joining the battle because it only slows things down and you can't affect the outcome anyway, so do the easy thing and just say, I'll be watching. Commander, you don't have many troops to spare, so you'd best not overextend yourself. Especially since you have a lady to watch over. Huh? What, you mean me? Then I bid you farewell here. I haven't much time. For this next army battle, I'm gonna skip over all the stuff that we have no control over and just stick to the story. That must be them. We're almost at the Matilda border. Keep going. Yes, we should be safe now. Ha, and so the trap springs. Don't let a single one of these rats get away. Kill any that resist and send the rest back to Muse in chains. We were so close. Help us, they'll kill us if we go back. And at this point, the Highland army under Luca Blight starts attacking these refugees and killing them off. Joey is also part of this battle and will also fight and kill the refugees. Lord Gordeau, we have to save them.
We will do no such thing. Hold your position, Miklatov.
What are you saying? They're being slaughtered before our very eyes. It is an affront to the name of the knights to sit idly by in the face of such depravity.
It's happening outside of our territory. We have no right to intervene. More importantly, we must bolster our defenses. Let no one pass this border, refugee or otherwise.
You would order us to watch them die? I can't. I won't.
Are you saying you intend to disobey your lord? Have you no loyalty as a knight, Miklatov?
Miklatov? Kiba and his son are also here, and the army continues to kill the refugees. It's no use. We'll all be killed. But please, no. Anywhere but Muse.
It seems they've lost the will to resist. Round up the pigs. Come, Camus, Miklatov. We're leaving too.
Miklatov. And that ends the army battle that we had no control over.
So Highland did not invade our domain in the end. It seems not even Luca Blight is eager to face our knights in combat. You may stand down, Miklatov, Camus.
Aye, sir. After they leave, we're gonna keep going down too to get another scene. Calm yourself, Miklatov. What do you expect to accomplish by charging into enemy territory alone? You fail to understand. I have to see with my own eyes. I have to see what those Highland villains are doing in Muse. Do not try to stop me, Camus. I see. I will not interfere then. What to do? Rushing off to Muse on his own is madness. Commander Mike, I cannot leave this castle. I must stay behind to respond to Lord Gordeau's capricious commands. You can reach Muse through the border crossing southeast of here. I beg of you, please protect Miklatov. For now, we're going to head down and exit the castle. Keep going down into the next area. From here, we'll go down a little bit further and then enter the appraisal shop. We don't have to appraise anything, but we will head up the stairs on the right, and there's a bookshelf at the top that we can interact with to get the Violence Orb. After that, let's head on back down toward the bottom to exit the appraisal shop. We'll then go down toward the bottom of the screen to exit, go a little bit further down toward the right to get a scene. Please wait, Sir Miklatov. It's suicide to go to Muse alone. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I have to see what's happening in Muse for myself. I will return soon. But... The rest is in your hands. After the scene, keep heading down the stairs, and we want to make our way over toward the bottom right corner of this area to go into the inn.
Hey, do you know a woman named Elsa, tall with blonde hair? Do you know her?
I'm not sure I'd put it that way, but... That's right, some woman I'd never seen before came in here. She had a great butt on her, let me tell ya. Anyway, when I tried to chat her up, that's when things got bad. Yeah, she just suddenly kicked us to the ground, whipped out this magic thingamajig, and blew off my beautiful mustache. No way I'd forget that.
And do you remember where she went?
Yeah, I remember. Let's see. I think it was...
Am I gonna have to blow off the other half of your mustache?
No, hold up, I got it. I remember now. It was, Radat Town, I think? So he said she went to Radat, near South Window City.
Radat, I'll get her this time. Let's go back to Radat, Mike.
Now we're going to head back inside the inn. Now let's talk to the innkeeper so that we can rest and then save the game so that we can try to get some rare finds here. There's a combined item and armor shop on the left side of town. Inside the item shop, there's going to be a couple things available. The rare finds have some silverlets and a thunder runner. None of those are really necessary. They can also sell goldlets, but I didn't have those available at this time. And then we're going to head over toward the right. The armor shop actually has the rare find that we really want to find, and that's going to be a new piece of equipment called the Thunder God's Garb. For 23,000 Potch, we can purchase this, and it gives a big upgrade to Wakaba's armor as well as Nanami's. So there's two of these available. We're going to buy both of them and equip them onto our characters. We're also trading in our old equipment for some money back. Now let's go to the buy option, and we're going to purchase some of these headgears. I'm going to buy one of them for Nanami and one of them for Clive, and we're going to trade in their old gear at the same time to get some money back. After that, we'll scroll down to the scale mail. We'll purchase one of these for 22,000 Potch and give it to Clive to increase his defense by 12. We don't need to purchase anything else at this time, but if you've got some more money, then feel free to buy some guard rings. They're a good defensive upgrade to our accessory slot. Once that's all done, we can go ahead and leave by going out the stairs on the bottom. And we're going to make our way over toward the southeast, but we're not going to go into town just yet. Instead, we're going to earn back some more money by walking around and killing the monsters in this area. This pink bird enemy is also one that can drop a very unique sort of orb for us. So let's go ahead and kill these guys pretty quickly by using Wakaba's rune as well as our Unite attack. It shouldn't take too long for you to eliminate these enemies very quickly. Once they're defeated, they do have a low chance of dropping something called a Sylph Orb. The Sylph Orb allows the user to give up 2/3 of their maximum health, and all of the other party members are then healed by half of that amount, or 1/3 of the user's max health. Now that seems like kind of a bad deal, and actually it is, because we have much better healing options, but there is a special combination that you can use with the Sylph Orb and that Violence Orb that we picked up earlier. When a character has the Violence Orb equipped and they take half of their health in damage, then they will enter a Berserk state and do 1.5 times the normal amount of damage, and the next attack that they do will do 3 times the normal amount of damage, and those things get added together, so you're actually doing 4.5 times the normal amount of damage on the next attack. So you can use the Sylph Orb to voluntarily give up your health and enter that Berserk state and activate the Violence Orb, and then your next attack will do 4.5 times the normal amount of damage. It's an interesting combination, and maybe we'll try it out later. Alright, let's keep walking around town a little bit, and we're going to keep fighting monsters so that we can keep gaining some Potch back before we go into the next town. One of the enemy types that we might encounter around here is kind of a reskin of an earlier character. The Mirage enemy has now transformed into the Phantom enemy. They can come in large groups like 6, but it's still very easy to take them all out if we have Luke use his summoning magic, and we're able to eliminate all of them very quickly and get tons of experience and money as a result. So all my characters are right around level 35, 36, or 37, and I have over 30,000 Potch now, and now we're ready to head on inside of town. So let's make our way back inside, and then we're going to head over toward the right side of the screen, and then we're going to go into the inn by heading up. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. After he leaves, let's keep going up to continue the scene. There you are, Sir Humphrey. Say, would you like to go outside and get some sunshine?
No, this is fine. Sorry, we've stayed here for so long.
No, don't be silly. You've paid for your lodgings in full, and I know the war's a problem for all travelers. Was it Harmonia that you were heading to, Sir Humphrey? I know the roads that way are closed because of the war.
Yeah.
Let's head over toward the right and talk to Humphrey. You're late. Where have you been? Sorry about that. My mom caught me and made me help with the chores. Chores, I see. Hey, Potch, you were a Dragon Knight, right? Huh? Yeah, 9th rank, though, so I was just an apprentice. Yeah, but you've flown, right? Up in the sky on a dragon? Are you kidding? I was born in Dragon's Den. I've spent more time in the skies than on the ground. Wow, really? Really? That's awesome! It's true. Look, here's the proof. Is this a dragon scale? Whoa, that's so cool! Hey, can I borrow it for a bit? I want to show it to my mom. Yeah, sure, but it means a lot to me, so don't lose it. I'll be super careful. Wow, it must feel great to fly. You're so lucky, Potch. But, well, my Dragon Black, he died. He died protecting me. A Dragon Knight without a dragon is nothing. Now I can't go back to the Dragon's Den anymore, and I can't fly. But wait, aren't you and Humphrey on a quest to find a new dragon? Yeah. So someday soon, you'll get another dragon, and you'll be a Dragon Knight again. Potch, when that day comes, when you're a Dragon Knight again, will you let me fly with you? If I become a Dragon Knight again, yeah. If I get a new dragon, Kent, you'll be the first person I give a ride to. I'll come flying over the mountains and land right in front of your house to pick you up. Really? Do you promise? It's a promise, right, Potch? Yeah, it's a promise. So, where are you from? Where are you headed?
Harmonia.
Why Harmonia?
To look for dragons.
Goodness me, look at the two of you chatting up a storm. Say, would you like to stay here the night? Sir Humphrey said he enjoyed talking to you, and to express his gratitude, he paid for your lodgings tonight. The next morning, we'll head downstairs and we'll talk to Humphrey again. Thank you for last night.
It was nothing.
After Humphrey talks your ear off, head over toward the left, and then exit out the bottom. Keep going down a little bit more and get another scene. Really? Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. A lie has never passed these lips. My friend said he heard a dragon's roar at Rakutai Mountain. Yep, the same one way up north here. And my wife's little brother said he saw a dragon's shadow in the clouds. Really? Really? Awesome! I have to go see for myself! Hold on, son. I don't know what's got you so worked up, but you gotta be careful. That place is also rotten with monsters. Well, there he goes. After that scene, head back on up and into the inn, and then we're going to save the game. After that, we're going to leave and head over toward the left to try to find some rare finds. If you don't get it to show up, just reset the game because there's multiple combinations here. But the item store owner may have a couple things that we want. Rabbit plans number 2 for 3,000 Potch, as well as recipe number 26 for 4,200 Potch. The lightning amulet is nice, but we don't have to buy it. Once you've got those 2 items, then head on outside and then over toward the right side. You'll see a young boy standing next to a cow. Go ahead and talk to him. The kid is willing to sell us this beautiful calf for 7,000 Potch, so let's go ahead and buy it. Obtained calf. This is another item that we can give to Yuzu, and if we can give her one of every type of animal, then we get a trophy later on. But for now, let's return to the inn where we can then save the game. And this is where I'm going to end part 30. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. And also consider subscribing to join our amazing community, and so that you can be sure that you'll stay up to date with the rest of the videos in this series and more to come. I'll see you soon in part 31. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.